Welcome to week 5 of Raybees, trying to relearn how to get back to Diamond. These past few weeks have been a bit of a mixed bag for me. On one hand, I'm happy that I get to experience the joy of climbing to Diamond again, but on the other hand, I'm frustrated that it's taken me more than a month and I still haven't achieved it. I hope you guys know that I wasn't kidding when I said I'm not really talented at this game. I take a few months break and it takes me just as long to get back to speed. As I'm relearning the process, I'm discovering new bits of insight that you guys can benefit from. In my last video, it was about how having a second ranked account can be very good for either refining your champion mastery or learning new perspectives altogether. In this video, we're going to talk about the value of intense practice and how it's helped me lock back in amidst this very difficult and frustrating process of trying to climb back up to Diamond. First, for the uninitiated, what is intense practice? Intense practice is playing your ranked games at maximum focus and urgency. You primarily accomplish this by limiting the number of games, typically to 1 or 2 games. Since you aren't giving yourself an infinite number of games to climb, you'll naturally focus in more on the games that you actually do play. Limiting games like this increases urgency by creating a scarcity mindset to your ranked games. Essentially, you have less shots on goal when it comes to walking away with an LP net positive, so you'll subconsciously do all you can not to screw up your games. I feel like a lot of League ladder enthusiasts are used to playing like 10 games on autopilot, rampantly flipping every game on the skill of their teammates. What's worked for me over the years, as well as countless elite solo queue players, is to invest that extra mental faculty to grab the game by the balls and drag your team across the finish line yourself. In short, you have to come into every game being prepared to carry. I've said it before and I'll say it again, if you don't have the willpower to carry inting teammates, you shouldn't be queuing ranked in the first place. In my first 3 weeks of coming back into League, I was convinced that I could play whatever I wanted to and still climb to Diamond. This, combined with the fact that I thought Tryndamere was weak, led me to playing new champions like Vex and Kayle and getting absolutely shit-stomped. It was a stupid idea, trying to learn brand new champions when I was still trying to shake off the rust in the first place, and I ended up wasting my MMR and landing squarely in the low E1 lobbies at the end of it all. I was constantly lost on the map, I couldn't focus on how my champion wanted to play the game, and I would even find myself raging at teammates in frustration. I felt overwhelmed at every step, like a passenger as the game unfolded around me. Now, this all changed when I decided to go back to Tryndamere. Suddenly, the game felt a whole lot easier. Now I could track the enemy jungler. I knew exactly where to be and what to do. If something happened that threw me off my game plan, I would immediately find some way to make myself useful to the team. You see guys, playing a League of Legends game is like being asked 1,000 questions in 30 minutes. Every click is a decision, and that decision is an answer to a question that the game is directly or indirectly asking you. Do you decide to group or farm plates? Do you decide to target the Fed AD carry or pick off the tank that overpushed? Do you build this item or that? League is a game of questions and answers, and the players that can answer the most questions correctly will climb the ranks at a much faster pace. What I noticed in my climb, and something you guys can take with you to your own games, is that I can answer more questions at a faster clip on the champions that I have had more intense games on. It's not just about total games on the champ. I have hundreds of games on every champ because I'm like 13 years into playing the game now, but I don't trust myself to pull some random champ out my ass just because it looks good in draft. The only champs that I find myself going back to are the ones that I've invested time into an intense ranked environment. Those champs' playstyle are burned into my psyche, and my mastery with them is what enables me to solve those critical mid-game questions that eventually lead me to carrying a game. The best kind of champion mastery is one forged with game intensity. I even had lobbies where I picked Diana and Yasuo, 2 champions I used to main but haven't played at all this season, or last season. I haven't played them in like 2 years. But I picked them just because it looked good in draft and completely annihilated the game because of the muscle memory of playing these champions in the past. This is why I'm such a big proponent of intensity over volume. People think of intensity as a force multiplier to volume. Let me play 10 games, and if I focus in on 1 or 2 of them, I might just walk away with a net positive in terms of LP. But in reality guys, it's the other way around. You should master hitting 100% intensity in your first game as much as you can and as often as you can, and then start playing additional games as you get more comfortable playing with high intensity. Now, I have countless videos on my channel about intensity, but the major tips I can give you for improving your intensity are to A. Lower the number of games you play, B. Invest your focus into map awareness and just completely mute all, and C. Learning your champion's playstyle and reminding yourself of its win conditions as often as you possibly can. I really want to drive this point home for you guys because intensity after champion mastery is the most important thing in order to climb in this game. Because someone forged in intensity is someone that can quickly and correctly answer all the questions that a game of League throws at you. A lot of the time, it's the same question, just phrased a little bit differently here and there. By creating a habit of intense practice on the same champion, you'll be able to memorize the answers to these questions, just like taking tests in school. Eventually, you'll get so used to answering these questions that they become second nature, and that's when you start seeing real LP progress. If you guys found this video helpful, like the video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I also have a Discord channel that you guys can come to just to chat or for coaching. I'll link it in the description below. I'll put up my 2 additional videos on intensity on the screen for you guys, so you guys can get some extra pointers on how to activate intensity in your games. I'll see you guys there. Peace.